Dear students, now I start the lesson. You know that apartheid is a political system that separates people according to their race. How many races were there in South Africa? I have already told you that there were three races: whites, blacks, and coloureds. And this was the political system, and on the basis of the system there was the division of people, discrimination, differences, and blacks were treated differently, and Nelson Mandela spent a lifetime fighting against apartheid, and for this he had to spend 30 years in prison. Finally, democratic elections were held in South Africa on 26 April 1994, and Mandela became the first black president of a new nation. You know that Nelson Mandela and his political party, African National Congress, won 252 seats out of 400 in the first democratic elections of South Africa. And now this was the day, 10th May was the day of the inauguration of South Africa's first democratic and non-racial government. Now all the persons were invited. Many dignitaries from more than 140 countries had come to become the witness of this new government. 10th May, dawned bright and clear. Very simple line, but it has a deep meaning. You know that as the vision, so is the creation. To Nelson Mandela, this day, 10th May, rose very bright and clear. On this day, it appeared to Nelson Mandela that the sun dawned, the sun rose very bright and clear, because Nelson Mandela was very happy, and when a person is very happy, everything seems very clear, very bright. Many countries were invited to be the witness of this new government. So for the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. Inauguration means good beginning of new nation, of new government. And for the past few days, Nelson Mandela had been pleasantly besieged, presently surrounded very closely by dignitaries, eminent persons, important persons, and world leaders who had come from more than 140 countries. They had come to pay their respects before the inauguration of the new government. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. And you know that for the first time on South African soil, this was the largest gathering of international leaders. For what? For the inauguration of the new government. That was the government of non-racial government, democratic government. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Buildings in Pretoria. The ceremonies, which ceremony? The inauguration ceremony of the new government took place in the lovely, very beautiful sandstone amphitheatre. Amphitheatre means a building without a roof with many rows of seats rising in steps like a stadium. So in this amphitheatre, like a stadium, many people had come, and ceremony took place in that very beautiful amphitheatre that was made of sandstone. Sandstone means stone formed of a compressed sand. And this amphitheater was formed by the Union Buildings. What do you mean by Union Buildings? The official seat of South African government where president lives. And this Union Building was in Pretoria. Pretoria is the administrative capital of South Africa. There are three capitals in South Africa. One is the legislative capital, that is in Cape Town, and one is the administrative capital, that is in Pretoria, and third one is judicial capital, that is Supreme Court in Bloemfontein. And we know that in our India, capital is also New Delhi, president also lives in New Delhi, Supreme Court is also in New Delhi, everything in New Delhi. But in South Africa, legislative capital in Cape Town, administrative capital in Pretoria, and judicial capital in Bloemfontein. So this Union Buildings was in Pretoria. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy. For decades. What do you mean by decade? Decade is a period of 10 years. So for many decades, for many years, this had been, what had been? Union Buildings had been the seat of white supremacy. Union Building, who lived there? White people lived there. Here, I have already told you that there were three races, whites, blacks, and coloreds. Whites means two races. Once again, two races. The Britishers and the Dutchies. Because you know that only these two races, Britishers and Dutchies, were allowed to do commerce and business all over the world. And only for the business purpose, 300 years before, Britishers and Dutchies had come to South Africa for business. As you know that in our country also, Britishers came in 1600 for business and they became our rulers. And fortunately, we became free in 1947. And in South Africa, this freedom came in 1994 and the inauguration of this new government was held on 10th May 1994. So for decades, for many years, this had been, Union Buildings had been the seat of white supremacy, and now Union Buildings, now it was the site, it was the place of a rainbow. You know that in rainbow there are 7 colors. So this time the Union Buildings had become the place of rainbow. Why? Because many people from more than 140 countries and races of South African people were also present there. So on this South African soil, there was the largest gathering of different colors and nations for the installation, for the setup of South Africa's first democratic and non-racial government. Non-racial government means the government not based on any particular race. Every race would be given priority. No any particular race would be given any priority. You know that Nelson Mandela imagined the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all the races, not only the blacks. Who were the blacks? Native people of South Africa. And Nelson Mandela was a native people. He was black person. But he imagined the free society in which all the races, not only the native people of South Africa, but all the races who lived in South Africa would live together in harmony with equal rights and opportunities. All the races would be participant in South Africa's democratic and non-racial government. So that was a very lovely day, very pleasant day. Which day? 10th May. on that lovely autumn day. We know that May is summer season, but here May is called as the autumn day. Why? Because South Africa is situated in southern hemisphere, and we know that autumn season continues in South Africa from March to June. So 10th May is autumn day. Very beautiful day, very lovely day, because this was the beginning of the new government. Everything was very lovely, very good. So on that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied. Nelson Mandela was accompanied by his daughter Janani. His wife was not present there because there was not a good relationship with his wife. Only his daughter Janani was present on the podium, on the stage, where Nelson Mandela had to take oath. And you know that all the races were given the equal participation in that government, and Mr. De Klerk was first sworn in as second deputy president. You know that Mr. De Klerk belonged to the white race. He was a Britisher because he was a liberal person. You know that Nelson Mandela was arrested in March 1960, and he was released from the prison on February 2, 1990. It means he lived in the prison for 30 years. I have already told you that Nelson Mandela was the world's most famous prisoner who lived in prison for 30 years. And Mr. De Klerk was the president at the time who released Nelson Mandela from the jail. So he was a liberal person. So he was also participant in South Africa's first democratic and non-racial government. He took oath as second deputy president of South Africa. He was the white people. Who was the white people? Mr. De Klerk. Then it was the turn of Mr. Thabo Mbeki. He belonged to the colored race. Colored race means South African people of mixed race. There were three races: whites, in whites, Britishers and Dutches; blacks, in blacks group, native people of South Africa, and Indian people who had gone to South Africa. So two races in blacks, and in coloreds, persons who had come from many parts of the world, so they were called as coloreds. So Thabo Mbeki was the representative of coloreds, and he was sworn in. He took oath as first deputy president, and then it was turn of Nelson Mandela. When it was my turn, it was turn of Nelson Mandela, and he had to become South Africa's first black president of India. I pledged means promised. Nelson Mandela promised to obey and uphold means defend the Constitution and to devote myself. He said that I promise to obey and defend the Constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the Republic and its people. Who promised? Nelson Mandela. To the assembled guests, you know that many dignitaries, many eminent persons, many VIP persons, many important persons from more than 140 countries had assembled there. So, to the assembled guests and the watching world means many people from different parts of the world were watching this live inauguration of a new government. They were watching on television. So to the assembled guests and the watching world, I said, who said? Nelson Mandela said in his address. What was his address? Today all of us do by our presence here confer glory. So we here confer, give glory. Glory means pride and honor, and hope to newborn liberty. Liberty means freedom. We have got a newborn freedom. Our freedom is newborn, and out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. We know that we learn anything from our experience. And what was the experience of Nelson Mandela? And for South African people had the human disaster and they were tortured much for 300 years. Human disaster that lasted too long. Britishers and Dutchies had come for commerce and business purpose, and they had become rulers, and native people of South Africa were tortured much. This was called extraordinary human disaster, means torture of one human being by another human being, and this human disaster lasted too long. So out of this experience they thought, South African people thought, Nelson Mandela thought, there must be a born of society of which all humanity will be proud. Humanity of all the world will be proud that there is such a beautiful government in South Africa. We who were outlaws. Nelson Mandela says that we, South African people who were outlaws, who were backwarded, you know that many countries of the world had broken off the relationships with South Africa. India also boycotted South Africa. And you know that in 1990, India had broken relationship, and India told that there is no any cricket match between South Africa and India. So every country had broken the diplomatic relationship with South Africa. So who were outlaws, who were boycotted, South African people were boycotted not so long, have today been given the rare privilege. Now we are given the unique special advantage to be host. Now we are host to the nations of the world on our own soil. We are very fortunate that we have become host, and many dignitaries from more than 140 countries are guests, and we are host. We are very fortunate. So we thank all of our distinguished, very famous international guests for having come. They have come here, so we thank them because we are taking possession with the people of our country, and this is not only the victory of only South Africa, this is after all a common victory of all the world for justice. This is the justice that we have got freedom, because we were tortured much, we have suffered human disaster. So this is a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. Emancipation means freedom from restriction. At first we were restricted, but now when we are free, all the countries of the world had developed friendship with our country. So we have got freedom from restriction. We have at last got our political freedom. So we promise ourselves to liberate. We will set free all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty. Our South African people are suffering for a long time, and I promise, we promise that we will set free all our poor people, free from the continuing bondage of poverty, from the privation, from loss. We know that our South African people have lost more and more, and we will set them free from suffering also, and there will be no any difference on the basis of gender and other discrimination, and there will be no any discrimination. No person will be treated differently here. Everyone will be valued, everyone will be respected. And we know that if we have to stress any sentence, we start with negative word. And here also in the address, Nelson Mandela says, never, never and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression, the torture. Oppression means torture of one by another. There will be no any torture of one human being by another human being. And we know that if we have to stress any sentence, before the subject it, verb shall is used. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Here very important line, and you have to be very careful to understand this line. The sun of freedom. Understand? The sun of freedom, which is so glorious, and this is a human achievement. This sun of freedom will never set. Because this is a human achievement, so let freedom reign, let freedom prevail, let freedom spread, let freedom rule all over the world. God bless Africa. This was the address to the people of South Africa and to the assembled guests who have come from more than 140 countries.